And we wonder why I wrote a book about failure. Hey, MJ here, N2ITIV. I want to talk about a couple of mistakes that I made over the last couple of months. I read a lot of these Audible books, and there's two books that I have been completely putting off because, quite frankly, I didn't like what they insinuated, even though they have been worldly promoted as some of the greatest success books ever. The first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and the other one is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. So the problem that I had with Think and Grow Rich was the title. Talk about don't judge a book by its cover. I had a problem with the word rich. I thought that it's just such a four-letter word to me. And I didn't read it because I'm like, there shouldn't be books that just, it reminded me of those shyster type shows that you used to watch at 3 a.m. in the morning on channel 184 where they try to sell you some shining object. The reason why that title was picked, okay, and this didn't come in until later in the book, is because at the time that this was written, which was in the early 20th century, we were just coming out of a depression, so everybody was poor. So Napoleon Hill wrote the book to try to uplift people, to try to give them hope of that they could get on their feet from a monetary standpoint again. You know, that was the reason. The book itself is not about how to be rich. It uses the examples. So for instance, it says, you know, you have a dream, you have a goal. There's a big difference between dreams and goals. So you set, okay, I want to make $50 million. And then you make a plan, and then somehow your actions, everything transmutates into that equivalent of that, you know, $50 million if you stick to your plan and you write it down. And it's an excellent book, not, you know, that just doesn't have to do with money. You can apply it to anything, exercise, anything. So it was a phenomenal book, and I very nearly missed the boat because I was so adamant about not listening to it, not listening to it. I read these books through Audible because I don't have time to read. So I listened to it, and it's probably my second favorite book in the world now. The second book is 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I had been told, and everything that I've read was talking about how it really talks about how to get over on people in business. And I don't want to get over on people. So I said, I'm not reading it. And then I was speaking to a business partner of mine, Big John, and he said it was his favorite book. And I said, why? And he said, well, if you read it from the perspective of, given the knowledge from the book, you can then reverse the perspective and you can see if people are trying to game you. So if you flip it and look at it from that perspective, it could be a tremendously valuable book. And when I was able to look at it in that light, it was great book, and it really opened up my eyes to a lot of tricks and, you know, different. It's not to say that he's telling you how to game the system, but it's just to me, I happen to use that book more to try to gain intel on what someone's trying to do to me, as opposed to me trying to get intel of trying to do something to someone else, if that makes sense. So I made two big mistakes, but I went forward. I listened to the books. They're phenomenal books. So it's two more mistakes, two more lemons that I turned into lemonade. Plug plug for the book. How to Ruin, by the way, How to Ruin a Business Without Really Trying, the Lemonade Guide, comes out October 7th. I know on the website it says it's available now. It is in e-format, but it's officially available, the paperback version, October 7th. Just so if you've seen that on the website and it says available now, it is, but only in ebook form. So with that being said, that's all for now. Have a great day, and we will talk later.